we're a majority impoverished community as far as the children are concerned. So when you see rates that are elevated beyond what's expected for a city our size, it's alarming. It's alarming to the policymakers, to the leaders, to the families.
Children of poverty come to school usually 2 to 3 years below what students are normally entering the academic world with. And a lot of our children either are, some of them are homeless, they may not have had breakfast. Some children have told me, I slept in a closet last night. So there's many challenges our kids are facing before they walk through the door every morning.
What happens early in a child's life determines the success of that child later in life. If we can make sure that a child starts to kindergarten ready and able to learn, then there's a high probability that that child will go far and go high, both from a health perspective, from a learning perspective. And we should really be concerned about this because we don't have many children in New Hampshire. There's a social imperative and an economic imperative that every single one of those children start to kindergarten ready and able to learn. The future of this state depends on that.
There's a lot of great initiatives going on in the city right now, and we're looking to harness the energy of all of those and get them to work more collectively. So we need the resident voices, we need the community group, we need the nonprofits, we need government, we need the funders to all be on the same page and involve them in a much bigger initiative across the city.
The Neighborhood Health Improvement Strategy is really a new way of doing work in the Manchester community.
It's about neighborhoods, and I think what's most important if we can design neighborhoods around schools so that they understand that this is where they can find help, the schools are safe, that's what's most important.
There's an old African proverb that says, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go with others. Well, we want to go with others, and this initiative is about people working together in a partnership, organizations and individuals. And that's why it's going to be successful.
The strategy is a way to look at how we're going to solve the problems differently than how we've looked at them before. So for instance, if a child isn't attending school, then maybe we need to look at a care coordination model to say, what does the family need to help keep these kids in school? What do we do to build social connectedness, whether it's resident leadership training or other components? So it's looking at evidence-based practices that have been implemented and successful and saying, how do we bring those to Manchester in a much more collective way?
Well, I believe that this is going to be a model throughout the state and probably the country for folks to understand how do we get to the families that don't have the ability to get out and understand what the health of their community is.
But we really have a lot of work to do, and it's about rolling up our sleeves, putting our agendas aside, and coming together in a very unified way to get the job done.
This linking of donors who have a real passion for investment and change in their community with the leaders in the community who are positioned to make that change, that for me is a great example of the foundation at its best, and we should be able to see, the fruits of that investment 5-10 years down the line in these children who will be better positioned to go on to live healthy and productive, very important productive lives.